It's a bit of a change up today. We're at Pleasurewood Hills. Of course we're at Pleasurewood Hills because we need to experience Wipeout. Let's be honest, it's got lap bars for 2025, it's open, and seemingly pretty much everything is open as well, apart from a little train, which I'm not too worried about. Now, whilst everyone else runs to Wipeout, I tend to start down here at the Cannonball Epxress because it gets a long queue where it only has one train, to be honest with you. And even the Jolly Roger's open. They did say they've done a little bit of work to the queue line, which is quite nice as well. And of course we want to check out Marble Madness, which was closed on our last visit last year, so it's undergoing its refurbishment. And I have to say, from here it does look awesome. But first stop, Cannonball Epxress. I think even this has got a new sign, in honesty. I hope it's open. I can see it going round, quite honestly. That's good enough for me. First ride of the day, hopefully, Cannonball Epxress. Cannonball Epxress, the classic, and I mean classic Schwarzkopf coaster. I believe actually this is the only one of its type built. Jumbo 5, I want to say. You've got to say, when people say about getting more trains for it, I think it's probably easier said than done. I love this ride. I really think this ride is cracking. Here we go. Oh. You just don't see many Schwarzkopf coasters around anymore. And the close calls here, it's got a little bit of a jump to it, rather. But the close calls are amazing. Some of these helixes. Oh yeah. I remember that being quite harsh. And there is Cannonball Epxress. What a ride. What a ride that is. Even with the grass growing up the middle. Just got something about it. I got a lot of time for Cannonball Epxress, to be honest with you. I got a lot of time for it. I love the old Schwarzkopfs. They ride differently. That's probably the best way of putting it. It's not rough. The final brake's quite tough if you're not paying attention, but they do put padding on the front of the seat, so what else do you want? Now, since being overtaken by Lupins, they've done some wonderful work here, just sort of bringing the park back to life, to be honest. And of course the log flume here has had a whole new build. We saw it last year, we rode it last year. Kurt got really wet on it last year. I thought it was hilarious. He didn't think it was quite so funny, but you know, I think the Water Factory is really, really good. I don't know if I'm going to go on there yet. I might go on there later. It is not warm, but I do want to get on Marble Madness, which looks like it's already open and ready to go. All this was under scaffolding last year, so all this is brand new. All this has been completely done since we last rode it. I don't think we've ridden it for years, to be honest with you. Now, of course, this is the old Wild Mouse from Flamingo Land, which Flamingo Land replaced with Hero. You think that was a good idea? I think Pleasurewood Hills got the better deal out of it, and I have to say the paintwork and what they've done to the cars just looks magnificent. Let's take you on for a ride. Here we go on Marble Madness. I have to say, I think the purple is fantastic. So this is effectively a mirrored version of Rattlesnake, if anyone's thinking it's any different. These Maurer rides are all very similar. But yeah, mirrored version of it, but exactly the same. So we know how it's going to ride, we know where the brakes are going to be, and we know what kind of ride it's going to give. Oh yeah. I love these, but I have to say, I think the cars look incredible, to be honest with you. I love the cars, and you can see the sea lines over there as well. The sea line show is easily the best in the country. Whoa! No braking on these. It feels weird, actually. We ride Rattlesnake so much, it genuinely feels weird riding this way round, like really peculiar. Oh, I'll tell you what, that brake isn't as intrusive as Rattlesnake's. Oh, woo! Okay, that one is. That one might have been. And here we go, the bunny hills. Woo! And then actually they had the photo in a different place. So they've got the photo at the bottom of the big drop rather than the little drops there, but there we go. Marble Madness. I enjoyed that. That was a cracking little ride. Here is Marble Madness. You could probably hear as well the soundtrack. Listen to that. It has its own custom soundtrack, which I think is brilliant. I absolutely love it. Now sure, it is right next to the staff area, so views aren't always great, but it is good to see that they're really putting in the extra on it. Look at those cars, look. Oh, I just think they're brilliant. I absolutely think they're brilliant. It's got 5 cars, it's only running 3 at the moment, but I imagine if it gets busy today, the others are ready to go. Now the log flume actually hasn't opened. We were debating whether or not, I say we, I'm on my own. I'm debating whether or not to just get it done, but it's not open yet. I will say though that viral green water that keeps going around, the water is not green. The water is it's not green. So we would go on that, but I think we'll head round to the shooting one, Rootin Tootin. I can get quite a long queue during the day, and I quite like that. That's quite a nice one before heading round the rest of the park. But yeah, there's Marble Madness. That first drop, when that doesn't break, is mad. It does slow you a bit more down for the second half of the ride compared to Rattlesnake, but that bit there, oh, that's crazy, absolutely crazy. Rootin Tootin. Here we go. Okay, we're on Rootin Tootin. The first thing I'll say is there are no guns anymore, which I wasn't aware. So there is no shooting on it. I have to say, I really enjoyed the shooting aspect of it. I'm a little bit surprised. Now this used to be Hobbs Pit. I actually don't know what it was before Hobbs Pit. And when it was Hobbs Pit, it was really dark and sinister, and it had an age relation as well. You couldn't get on it if you were young. Quite frankly, I didn't want you on it. And it was quite brutal, but this was much more lively, much happier. And it had a shooting aspect to it only last year when we come, but yeah, nothing. That's a real shame, to be honest. I have to say, I really enjoyed that. Now it is quite dark in here. I actually run into the barrier when I come in. I was just walking, I couldn't see anything, and it's really dark in the ride as well. You've got a couple of animatronics. It's all obviously around about a mine shaft. But yeah, where's the guns gone? Where's anything gone? Ah, there we go, we've got a little bit more going on it. And that's it. Well, yeah, that's it. I have to say, that's a bit of a shocker, that one. Because it had guns last year when we come, and it was a lovely shooting, and it was always really, yeah, really fun, to be honest. It seems really dark in there, not a lot happening. Well, so these screens, particularly that one, did have the scores on. I just assumed the screen was off, to be honest. Aim of the game to grab your pistol and journey through. Not anymore. I have to say, that's a little worse for wear in there. Now funny as well, it's really dark in there, so as I walked through the sort of the queue bit, I walked into the chain. They got a chain to stop you, but there's no light there, there's no please wait here, there was nothing there, and I just walked into it, which was quite painful. I can't lie to you, I didn't see this tiny chain there, but yeah, I don't know. Hopefully it's temporary, hopefully they're just updating it, but I couldn't see anything to shoot either. I'm always one for good ideas. I don't know whether this is one of them or not. I remember getting soaked on this. However, there aren't going to be 2 other people in the boat, so I might stay dry. We will find out. We will find out for sure. But I love what they've done with this. I think it looks so cool. Here we go. Wish me luck. Here we go on the Water Fun Factory. Now this is either a really good idea or a really stupid idea. And I have to say, I'm looking at the water in this boat and thinking that maybe at 10:30 in the morning, this isn't the brightest idea I've had. However, it's a bit late now unless we have a breakdown. I feel I might get wet. Now I don't have Kurt and Cody in the boat today. Oh, there's a lot of water in this boat. let me tell you now. Okay, I'm looking at them just getting off and let's hope. Oh, Jesus Christ! Well. Now, I am going to quickly dry the lens and show you the damage. The damage is quite high. I hope no one comes down here. No, it's me. That's good. Oh, that's... Oh, I'm not sure refreshing is the word I'm looking for. Oh, it's gone up my bum. Oh, indeed. Oh, the lift hill was worse than a drop. Oh, the lift hill's definitely worse than a drop. But okay. Here we go. You know what? I will say it looks a bit bigger than I remember. Which is never a good sign. Oh God! Why do I do this? Why do I do this? Ah! Oh, that's not pleasant. That's not pleasant in the slightest. Okay. Well, there we go. You can see how wet I am. You can see how wet the camera is. That's the water fun factory. Oh, let's hope I dry off today. That was brutal. Absolutely brutal. I had good fun on that actually. Oh, it's gone everywhere as well. It's gone everywhere. Water Fun Factory, a surprising soaker of a ride. Again, love what they've done with the building and the colour scheme and everything. I think it's really, really cool to kind of upgrade these slightly older rides. I think it works really, really well. And it's got the Drayton vibe to it, unbelievably, much like the Lupins ones have. It's got the Drayton vibe and finish, and I really like that. I think it's brilliant, especially when you think of Adventure Cove. You know, if they can kind of spread that, which it looks like they've started, that'll be incredible for around here. But an absolute soaker. We've made our way around. As you can imagine, the main reason for coming here is, of course, Wipeout 2.0, which reopened this year with lap bar trains. That is lap bar trains, one of Vekoma Boomerang. It's the only Vekoma Boomerang in the country, and no, don't quote me on the junior models, they're called junior boomerangs. This is the only one we have. And it looks spectacular. They've done an amazing paint job on this. Now, I've seen the restraints, they look tough. However, I've heard they're really comfortable, so I kind of can't wait to get on and check them out. But what a great job they've done with the paint on here, and I have to say the train looked really nice from out there. We'll see if we can get it going round before we get on. I know it's not necessarily something to go by, but it does look smooth. Yeah, smiles all round. Again, this is always the moment. Now, I've chosen to see it in a front car towards the back, so you get a little bit more sort of, you know, what's going on so much. If you sit in the back one, it's a little bit more cramped. Not uncomfortably cramped, but a little bit more cramped. But look at the views. I have to say, part looks really nice with the work they've done. And I think we must be approaching the top. I'll wait for it. Must be getting close. There we go. There we go. Woo! Oh yeah. Now it's got quite a lot of momentum, so you don't go back up far here before heading back down. In fact, I'd say probably about now. Oh, here we go! Oh, it's crazy 40 going backwards, absolutely crazy. Oh, love it, absolutely love it. We've had a few goes on Wipeout, and let me tell you, that is like a new ride experience. just completely different. They've done it again. We said they did it with the Wave, Drayton Manor loop-ins with the new art trains, and these are just as good. They're just as good. They're comfortable, they ride smoothly. Yeah, sure, there's a little bit of movement, but that's, you know, it's old track, it's old design in terms of that. But there's no headbanging, and there's no sudden sharpness, which the old one was a little bit prone to. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. I can't recommend that enough, to be honest with you. Now the lap bars I think are gonna be divisive just because of the way they look. Let me tell you, you don't really feel the fact, you know, everyone's like they're solid steel, they haven't got padding or anything. You know, they're there to keep you in ultimately, and that's exactly what they do. I will just say that I didn't feel them until the very end. So you are pressed against them on the hill when you're going up. Granted, you are pressed against them, and you know it's not uncomfortable. I don't think it's uncomfortable. It's not for me to say for everyone else, but I don't think it's uncomfortable. And as you go around the ride, you really don't notice they're there. I noticed them more that when you obviously shoot back into the station here and then come back, you jolt to a stop. That's when I noticed them. That's when I really felt them, to be honest with you. But what an experience! What a great job they've done with Wipeout. Wipeout 2.0, a massive thumbs up for me. It's the main reason why I've come here today, and I have to say it was worth the 4.5 hour drive to come and experience it. But we're not done yet. Now, for the summer, we have food deals. We have the Circus, which is included in your entrance ticket. So entrance today was £24. You can get it as low as £16.95 if you book far enough in advance, and they're available, and they average about £20 again if you book in advance. To include all these rides and the Circus is quite something, to be honest with you. And the Circus is on twice a day at 12:30 and 2. We did it last year, it was really good. You can look back on the channel at that. Another ride that quite frankly looked doomed. It looked doomed. The old rattlesnake ride here, now Express, was closed for a couple of years. It looked like it was going to be removed, but no, it came back, and it's a classic. It is an absolute classic. So of course, we're going to take you on board. Right, a classic, a real classic. The Eggspress. I'm glad they got this back open, because at the back, you still get a bit of whip time at the back, which I absolutely love. And all of these rides are the same. These are all rides you want to ride at the back, not the front, because you get so much more as you go round. And this has been a year. He seems happy today. I mean, I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me on this, but it's a cracking little ride. Oh, I really enjoyed that. Oh. We are barn themed down here as well. Love the bumper car garage there, it's really cool. So that's Express. I have to say, it rides really well for its age. You know, you have to consider how old it is. It's just rough and ready. And at the back, it's incredible, it drags you off. I'm sorry if you couldn't hear me on it, because, you know, they do make some noise, but I love it. Absolutely love it. A great coaster. I'm so pleased I got it back open a couple of years ago. Along with the sea lions, they also have the birds of paradise, and they have some brilliant training sessions as well at 1 and 4. The sea lions has got to be your priority. If you're coming here, you have to experience the sea lion show. That is non-negotiable as far as I'm concerned. But if you can fit time in as well, make sure you check this out too. Just in case you weren't sure, this is my recommendation first. We came here first at Cannonball Epxress, and this is why. Do this first. That ends our day here at Pleasurewood Hills. We came to ride a Wipeout 2.0, Wipeout, the new one, with its lap bar restraints, and we conquered it. It has actually been down for a couple of hours now, but we conquered it this morning, which is great, and it's running incredibly. Rides are open right the way across the park. There's only a couple of small ones which are actually closed. We've got on all the rides we wanted to get on today. The coasters, obviously we wanted to get back on Marble Madness. That's running really well, looking really, really good. And I think the way you have to look at it is, if the park are investing every year, which they are, Lupins are investing in it, then it's on the up, and it definitely looks better every single year we come. They are great value for money parks, both Drayton Manor and Pleasurewood Hills. Book enough in advance and you can get in here for $16.95 over the summer is crazy. Crazy. You've got unlimited rides for $16.95 in addition to the Sea Lion show, which is brilliant, the bird show, which is brilliant, and of course the circus, which is just over there. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Honestly, Pleasurewood Hills is worth your time. Get yourself down there. We've had a great time. I hope you've enjoyed it.